Hey, party people, what's going on? It's page 15 of Ulysses. And remember, AI can't do this. All right? Just remember that. All right. We have the old woman. She brought them some milk. We have Stephen. We have Buck Mulligan. Um, and I'll just go ahead and read it. No, thank you, sir, the old woman said, slipping the ring of the milk can on her forearm and about to go. Haynes said to her, "Have you your bill? We better pay her, Mulligan, hadn't we?" Stephen filled again the 3 cups. "Bill, sir?" she said, halting. "Well, it's 7 mornings a pint at 2 pence is 7 twos is a shilling, and 2 pence over, and these 3 mornings. A quart at 4 pence is 3 quarts is a shilling, and 1 and 2 is 2 and 2, sir." Buck Mulligan sighed, and having filled his mouth with a crust, thickly buttered on both sides, stretched forth his legs and began to search his trouser pockets. "Pay up and look pleasant," Haines said to him, smiling. Stephen filled a 3rd cup, a spoonful of tea coloring faintly the thick, rich milk. Buck Mulligan brought up a florin, twisted it round in his fingers, and cried, "A miracle!" He passed it toward the table. He passed it along the table towards the old woman, saying, "Ask nothing more of me, sweet. All I can give you, I give." Stephen laid the coin in her uneager hand. "We'll owe 2 pence," he said. "Time enough, sir," she said, taking the coin. "Time enough. Good morning, sir." She curtsied and went out, followed by Buck Mulligan's tender chant. "Heart of my heart, were it more, more would be laid at your feet." He turned to Stephen and said, "Seriously, Daedalus, I'm stony. Hurry out to your school, Kip, and bring us back some money. Today the bards must drink and junket. Ireland expects that every man this day will do his duty." "That reminds me," Haines said, rising, "that I have to visit your National Library today." "Our swim first," Buck Mulligan said. He turned to Stephen and asked blandly, "Is this the day for your monthly wash, Kinch?" Then he said to Haines, "The unclean bard makes a point of washing once a month." So that's page 15, arguably the most important page of Ulysses. Um, why? Well, look, check it out. There's something that I like to call weaponized education, weaponized intelligence. And it's something I experienced as a person who almost failed out of high school, went to community college, turned my shit around, went to UC Berkeley, and then I was terrified because there were all these UC Berkeley fuckers walking around going like, "Yes, Ulysses, I've learned Latin since 2nd grade. I know everything there is to know about Ulysses. Isn't it interesting how when the milk lady is going over the bill, she says she's really good at mathematics, and yet these boys are making fun of her. 7 mornings a pint, 2 pence is 7 twos is a shilling, and so on and so on. And you get overwhelmed by these people who come at you telling you they know something, telling you they know something, and essentially they're telling you you don't know something. Because what they're telling you is something that's so obscure that it's like they picked it out of a hat of a million things and decided this is going to be my one thing that I'm going to walk around life with, inflicting weaponized education on everybody. And it's kind of a class thing too. It's like if you're not part of this class, stay out and don't try to learn, who Buck Mulligan is, because you'll never get it. You'll never get it. So just stay out. And I'm going to come at you and I'm going to quote page 15. And it's going to be like, "Heart of my heart, were it more, more would be laid at your feet." Isn't that awesome? Aren't I so smart? Now go back to your dishwashing job and shut the fuck up. That's weaponized education. It's also a good way to write a paper. whether it's a PhD or an English 10 paper. Find something specific in a text and own it and work on it and decide that this line right here is everything that Ulysses is. And we're only on page 15. So all you had to do is suffer through 15 pages to find the answer of what the entire book is about. Here it is. Look up that song. I bet it's about this whole book. And why is Buck Mulligan singing it to her as she leaves? And why is it tender? I really like this line. It's kind of beautiful in a way. She curtsied and went out, followed by Buck Mulligan's tender chant. Is Buck Mulligan being a weaponized education person, or is he honestly reflecting on his own status in society versus this older matriarch figure who's bringing the boys milk? And you could talk about that. You can talk about feeding babies, how she's representation of old Ireland, and this is the new Ireland. These two Irish guys, one poor poet, one rich doctor, and one British guy in there too, because the British were there. And then you can say, look, um, everything's about capitalism. See, their breakfast is reliant upon these coins, and also it's about credit, right? And they owe her money, and they're like, yeah, we'll pay you later. Just like every person in this world is in debt on some level, and that's how the world works too, by credit. So there you go. Weaponized education. You got all your answers for all your freaking papers about Ulysses. And to the viewers, two reliable viewers that are out there, I love you so much. Stay strong. We're going to do this. All right. See you later.